What's going on, everybody? It is Monday. This week I wanted to bring up the idea that following Jesus might actually mean you have to leave where you currently are. I was reading the story where Jesus fed 5,000 people, and the thought occurred to me, oh my goodness, he had to feed 5,000 people because over 5,000 people literally left where they were living to physically follow Jesus. Like, I know that sounds simple, but the thought really occurred to me. 5,000 people left their homes to follow an actual man that was on the planet, walking the earth. See, today, if we wanted to follow our favorite speaker or celebrity or music group or whatever the case may be, that would look like maybe following them on social media, largely just kind of keeping up with their content, whether it's on YouTube or somewhere else. But literally in the time of Jesus, when people became a follower of Jesus, they left their homes and followed a man. They walked the same direction he was going. We've turned following Jesus into mentally assenting or believing all the right things. What that can look like is, if I just believe all the right things about Jesus, that must mean I'm actually following Jesus. If I'm learning about God, I must be following God. But really what we're doing is we're accumulating more and more knowledge and assuming that because we're in grasp of more and more knowledge about God, that means we're following Jesus. I know that in my life, following Jesus has at some times literally looked like moving to different cities. Following Jesus has literally meant me moving to different cities a couple times in my life. And obviously that doesn't mean that you must move cities in order to follow Jesus. I would argue that most people who believe in Jesus don't have to move. They can have a full expression of faith and following Jesus in the city that they live in. I'm thinking about a man like Cornelius, of whom it was said that he feared God, that he gave alms, that he prayed continually. I'm just asking that moving geographical locations not get crossed off the list in terms of what God might be calling me to do, or moving locations as a expression of my life with Jesus. Many of the people that made up the crowds that Jesus was preaching to and ministering to, they left their physical geographical home in order to follow a man named Jesus. And even though he isn't physically on the earth anymore, it doesn't mean that the Holy Spirit might not be asking us to do the same. So if the Lord is calling you to move from your home in any sort of fashion, I just want to give you the courage that actually you're not alone. There's a huge precedent for it. And the same way he called you, he's not actually going to leave you or forsake you once you've kind of obeyed his voice to follow him somewhere else. So those are my thoughts for today. I just wanted to give some encouragement to those who are on the fence about or wondering if God is calling them to move from where they actually live at the moment. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with a friend, because why wouldn't it be helpful for them?